Hello and welcome to Paramecia, a One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every week. My name is Franz.
My name is John.
And this week we'll be covering chapter 912.
I think Amigasa Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's like translated to Braided Hat Village, but like I think Amigasa is just fine.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, we get like a 2-page color spread, like all sports theme and everything because it's summer now. And I just want to mention that I'm so glad that Frankie is the dunk bot.
Yeah, Dunkbot 9000.
It's so good.
I also really like that Chopper's covering it, but his feet are fucking tank treads in this basketball game.
Oh shit. Oh shit, you've changed it now. Holy shit.
His fucking lower half is like, imagine an NBA game, fucking 2018. It's the Lakers. It's LeBron James and whoever else is on the Lakers, and then a fucking tank just rolls up and dunks on you.
Man, like real hard deep cut. I was in a robotics club in high school, and we participated in like the first robotics competitions, and like the brand is first. It's not like the first ever.
No, it's the first one ever.
First one ever. And the year that I was only in it for 1 year. The competition was the robots have to like shoot, like it was essentially robot basketball.
Oh shit.
With like extra rules and shit. And like, I really wish we just had this. I wish we had Frankie the Dunktron 9000.
Holy shit. Competition would have shat their pants, dude.
Yeah, we just had some dumbass shit that like sucked up the balls and then shot it out another way. Like, arms? Come on. We would have won.
Yeah. No, I appreciate Dunkbot 9000. The whole color spread is really nice. I like Zoro with the 3 baseball bats.
An absolute bastard. Of course he does.
Fucking Sanji being a champ. Fucking swimming.
What is that? Like breaststroke? Yeah, the breaststroke style. Like look at him go.
Yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh, like Zoro or Sanji should have been the one playing soccer because he kicks." I'm like, bro, no. He's using his powerful kicks to propel himself to a gold medal, bro.
He's using his flame leg kick Diable Jamble shit to spin himself across the water.
Yeah. He's basically his lower body is just a steam engine in water.
I love it.
No, overall, it's a really, really nice color spread. I like Robin in her little like equestrian like outfit.
Of course Robin would be a horse girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And Usopp, I don't think Usopp's competing anything. I think he just has a gun. I don't think he's in any of these competitions. I think he just found a gun.
Yeah, look the way he's holding it and everything.
His hand is like in
hungry.
that kind of like, yes, like the power.
My god. Straight into the chapter. The first thing we get back to is the whole conversation with like O-Tama basically fainting and the Tengu there and Luffy and just like, oh shit, like, are you waiting for like port gas D-Ace, like that Ace? Like, really?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, do you know him? I was like, yeah, he's dead, bitch.
Jeez. Dude, basically.
It was so like cold and everything. And like, yeah, I get it as the reader, but like, fuck.
Yeah, and it's not even like, he said it in such like, there was even no ellipses. Like, that was dead ass one period at the end of that. He was like, he's dead. And end of story. Next.
Like, no pause anywhere. He was just like, yeah, Ace is dead. Luffy, she's a child.
Yeah, after that, she freaks out and she calls him a liar and then she passes out.
And like, Luffy's just like, aw, nuts. She fainted. And
yeah,
it's like, immediately changes the conversation, like, oh, so Ace came to Wano too, huh? And then like,
the Tengu guy's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, You can't just fucking do that.
You asshole, absolute bastard, Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah, I appreciate. I at least appreciate Luffy. I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword kind of thing, because the Tengu tells him like, even if what you said is true, like it wasn't the right time to tell her right now, and he's like, but even if she keeps waiting, he's not gonna return. Like,
Yeah, like Luffy's the kind of character where he's like very unaware of other people's emotions in some aspects and a lot of other things like that. But like when it comes down to it, he's just like, you know what? Like us, the readers, we understand. Like that's his fucking brother. Like
who died
he,
like in his
in
arms,
his
like
yeah,
in front of
he
him.
has every right to react however the fuck he wants. Like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if he told O-Tama that, like, Santa doesn't exist or some shit. Like, fuck.
It's the man you're waiting for, Santa Claus? Yeah. he's not real. You're a liar, Anakin!
God.
Oh,
That's
man.
exactly what happened.
Yeah. The Tengu guy. We finally get an Oda box for, like, we finally get his name. Both of the translations they have the same name, but it's Hitetsu of the Tengu, or Hitetsu of Mount Tengu, or Tengu Yama Hitetsu.
Yeah. Like, essentially, one was a localization, one was just for... I don't understand. Real quick, like, just make it easier for your fucking reader and, like, not assume that, like, the reader knows Japanese. Mount Tengu's probably best. Like,
Yeah.
come on, y'all. And also, there's a side note there that's like, collector of beautiful girl dolls. Like,
yeah,
little creepy, but makes sense why he's like taking care of O-Tama.
Yeah, the other translation, the weeb one, has a collector of pretty Kokeshi dolls, and they're like little Japanese like porcelain dolls, I guess.
Like, why?
But yeah,
Why do that?
I completely
Why do
understand.
that? Like, you don't have to litter your page with translation notes if you just translate it.
Yeah. Translator's note: Keikaku means plan. That's basically what it is.
So the Tengu just pops off and is like, "Who the fuck are you, asshole?" And he explains like, "I'm Luffy. I'm gonna be the Pirate King one day. Who are you? Blah blah blah." And he's like, he explains himself. He's like, "Oh, I'm Hitetsu. I'm a swordsmith, and I've also been waiting for quite a long time." And next page, he starts explaining about the terrible, terrible shit that happened at this village. A little over a year ago, because X Drake just came in and joined Kaido's army as a headliner.
Yeah. So this would have happened like right in the middle of the time skip, I guess.
Just about, yeah. And like you had mentioned before we started recording, it also debunks the whole thing that's like, oh, maybe like X Drake's one of the calamities, and
yeah,
you know.
there had been a sort of theory that people kind of latched onto. I mean, myself included, because it
Yeah.
made sense at the time. It was like all of the calamities are gonna have mythical zone fruits, or not mythical, ancient zone fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw Jack, who had the ancient mammoth fruit, elephant, or whatever, mammoth, model mammoth.
Yeah, some shit.
Drake had the T-Rex. So the theory at the time was like, oh, like all of the calamities have the his whole army is based off zone fruit users, so like each level must be like a zone fruit user of a different type. But that got debunked. He's a headliner, which I mean also makes sense because Basil Hawkins and we can assume Apu are also headliners in his army.
Yeah. It might just be some kind of like outsider kind of rank or something along those lines. But maybe he's a headliner because he's just a Drake. He's not like a T-Rex or some shit. He's not some like apex predator. Well, okay, like Drake's blah 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 whatever. Like raptors, who cares?
Bro, but he wrote God's plan, dude.
Point is, he like came in and just ravaged the entire village. There were like bodyguards for the village. There were 5 samurai.
There were 5 samurai, and they were killed, and the entire village was destroyed.
So it's only him and O-Tama, and he starts explaining that like, oh, the only part of Wano that actually prospers is the capital where the shogun is, and everywhere else has been completely like mad maxed because of Kaido's army. Everything's like devastated and decimated. And I really love this panel because the Hitetsu's nose covers like half
Luffy's
the
face.
fucking panel and Luffy's face, and Luffy's just like, "Oh, decimated." It's fucking, it's cute. I like it.
It's fucking great. I love it. Then the next part, we get into the Ace flashback, because he says 4 years ago the village was down on, like, quite down on its luck. The people would like they were starving to death, and just when everything seemed bad, a pirate ship washed on shore, and the villagers tied up the pirates. And then we see in the picture that, like, oh, like, they stole the pirates' food and supplies they had on board for themselves. Like, the pirates watched them finish their meal, then broke out without any trouble. And then he's like, oh, I thought they'd attack us. But one of them spoke. And then it shows Ace, and, like, he burnt the ropes, and he's like, where can I get you guys dessert? Dude, I love Ace.
Ace is such a saint, man. Like,
He's such a
Ace
good
did
boy,
not
dude.
deserve to die. Come on.
Yeah, but it's awesome. And it was 4 years ago, and I mean, some of the people are that you can. This is before Ace joined the Whitebeard Pirates, so he's still traveling with the Spade Pirates. You can see one of the guys there. God, I forget his name, but the drawing of him from Oda was in the Ace novel.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cool. Like, he came to Wano before he ever met Whitebeard. Like, he was.
Yeah, that's some like weird ass sailing. But then again, like the Grand Line's like fucking weird like that.
Yeah, I mean, in the Ace novels, it says that I assume he meets him like probably right after this or something, because he pretty much made like the same sort of journey that Luffy did. Like, he ended up going through Fishman Island, and Fishman Island was originally Whitebeard's territory, and then Ace like went through Fishman Island and burnt down Whitebeard's flag. And he was like, oh, fuck this man. And then he left, and then when he left, Jinbei like hunted down Ace and was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. And then that's when Ace and Jinbei like fought, and then they first met each other, and then they became bros.
That's tight.
Yeah. Back to the chapter. I just wanted to say it was cool that we saw like the the Spade Pirates like in canon now.
Yeah, it's really nice because like
Yeah.
a lot of the time we saw Ace just like fucking off on his own because he had already joined the Whitebeard Pirates and everything on his weird flame wakeboard thing.
Yeah, his awesome like surfboard. Yeah, because
sick.
when we meet him in the main storyline, he was already on the search for Blackbeard.
True. Going on, the Tengu keeps like talking about Ace and everything and how they were so appreciative of him, and like how O-Tama at that moment became attached to him, and Luffy's like cracking up and everything, like hearing about his brother.
Yeah, like remembering, like he's just remembering how Ace was.
The scene, like there's like some time between the scene before and like when you turn the page, because it's Luffy talking about like, oh, any doctors in the area, anywhere I can get food or water. And he's like, oh, I'll take Tama with me, like, you know, as thanks for giving me food. And he gets a kimono from Hitetsu, and he makes like some snide remark about like, oh, an armor and helmet would be cool too. And it's like, bitch, you stand out as is. Why am I gonna give you armor and a helmet for you to walk around in like a fucking dumbass target, bitch? Fuck. And he explains like, all right, you go into town, do your thing. Don't worry about like money. Like I'll manage some way somehow, and the food and treatment will be free. Like, just please, like, help. Please help.
Yeah.
And this is where he just fucking yoinks a sword from literally nowhere. And Hitetsu's like, yo, don't take that. That's a named blade. It's cursed, and my ancestor, Kotetsu, forged that. It's a sword known across the world. And, like, he just, like, drops that it's, like, one of the 21 great grade swords. Its name is Nidai Kitetsu.
Bing, 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 bing.
Even Luffy's like, oh, Kitetsu, I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
And Oda puts like a quick little like Oda box about sword grade. And he's like, among the countless blades, sword spears, and the like across the world, those made by craftsmen of legend are classified as follows. And there's the 12 supreme great swords, the 21 great swords, and the 50 skillful great swords.
What's very interesting is in that like little tidbit, you can see like Shusui, you see Cavendish's rapier.
Oh shit, yeah, that is Cavendish's rapier.
And Whitebeard's
like Naginata or whatever it's called.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if it was like the Japanese term or if it was just like some weird ass giant spear thing.
Yeah.
Spear, yeah. But it's also there, which is pretty interesting.
There's another spear that's there that has sort of a... It doesn't look like a normal... It's not like... It has a weird like design like to it that makes me think that it's like we've seen it somewhere. But I
feel like it
remember.
Might be Baby Fi's husband.
Oh shit, Sai's spear. Maybe.
But I doubt myself. And I'm also too lazy to check.
I mean, I don't know if they've ever said it. It might be one of like the 50. Like they have names, but they're not really like.
Yeah, because like has Whitebeard's been okay? You know what? Fuck it, I'll fucking check.
Yeah, because the main thing to take away from this little box is like the 50 skillful grade swords are kind of like uncommons. I guess is the best way to put it. It's like they're good, but you know they're nothing special. The 21 great grade swords is like all right, like this is the good shit. And then the 12 supreme grade swords are like the 12 greatest weapons ever forged in the world ever.
So,
I think we only know, what, two of them?
Cavendish's sword is unknown grade. And yeah, we only know two of the great ones.
Yeah, it's Mihawk's sword and the Shodai, isn't it?
Yeah, Shodai Kitetsu, which I'll let you handle it while I'm doing this mighty research.
Mighty research, yeah. Basically, when he said Nidai Kitetsu, we were like, eyebrows flaring up, because Zoro, his sword that he got after, I believe he get it right after, he got it right after Water 7, I believe?
Yeah, so was it Logport, though?
No, Logport, I think, is where he gets Wado Ichimonji.
No, Wado Ichimonji is the one that he had, like, forever when Tashigi died.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, then okay, yeah, then it had to have been that one. Yeah, okay, yeah, the one he gets after Water 7 is Shusui, cuz his sword breaks from I think somebody breaks a sword and then he gets it. Regardless, in Logtown, the cursed sword that he gets that's made in Wano, the guy specifies like you don't want to buy that sword cuz that sword is cursed and it's forged by one of the great blacksmiths like around the world, Kitetsu, like it's cursed. And then that's when Zoro like throws it up into the air and it like completely doesn't cut his arm. That Zoro's the first sword he has is Shodai Kitetsu, or Sandai Kitetsu, which is the 3rd generation Kitetsu blade. And this sword is called Nidai Kitetsu, which is the 2nd generation Kitetsu blade. And we've heard mention of it, I believe, in the story. I couldn't remember when. But I know we've definitely heard mention of it. But the Shodai Kitetsu blade is the 1st generation, like the first blade that Kitetsu like forged. And that one, it as they go up in generation, like as they get closer to the 1st generation, they get more and more cursed.
And they also get stronger too.
Yeah. I mean, already Shodai Kitetsu, when Zoro's using it like in the first fight he has when he gets it, or Sandai. I keep messing it up. Sandai Kitetsu. The first fight Zoro gets into, I remember Zoro, he makes this weird face, and then it like cuts to showing the sword like slashing somebody, and Zoro's like, holy crap, like this blade wants blood. And there's even a scene of him like yelling at his own sword, like you got it, like I'm the master, like I'm the captain now. So if Sandai Kitetsu is like, you know, that crazy, and it's the 3rd generation, so its curse is like a little bit nerfed. God, I can only imagine what the Nidai Kitetsu is gonna be like, and what the Shodai Kitetsu is gonna be like.
Luffy's gonna unsheath that unsheath. There we go. He's gonna unsheath that shit, and then just be like, "Oh, well, fuck. I guess I want to kill now.
Yeah.
We'll finally get a confirmed Luffy killed somebody. Can't
He
wait.
might, bro.
Dude, he might. He's got a gun. I mean, sword. I mean, gun. I mean, gun.
Yeah, he finally has a sword. I mean, gun. I mean, dude, Luffy has a gun sword.
Dude, give Luffy fucking. Who was it? Squall?
Oh
Squall's
god, a
sword.
gun blade.
Yeah. Now that we know what that is, oof. He's like, oh, just like let me leave with it. And then he's like, no. And it's like, all right, I'll trade you for yours. And it's like, no, my blade is also cursed. Like, Hitetsu's like flower ass. Like,
Yeah, he's like, my blade is named too. Like yours is cursed. I don't want to carry that shit.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a flower or if it's supposed to look like a leaf fan. Because Tengu's in like paintings and lore and shit, like carry like a fan made with leaves and shit.
It's probably supposed to be that.
Okay.
I would
So-
put money on it being that.
Yeah, it makes sense. So he's like, no, like, I don't want your shit either. And Luffy just like leaves and he's like, be safe, don't die, please,
Yeah,
come back.
yeah. Please don't let the curse fucking like affect O-Tama. Yeah, Luffy leaves and I love the lion dog Komachiyo or whatever. Kochiyon or whatever.
Sure.
I don't know, Komachiyo. I don't know.
That might
the
be it.
lion dog.
Yeah, Komachiyo?
I like that he like comes up and then Luffy's like, "Oh, like take me there." Luffy's just riding on this fucking dog.
And then like O-Tama comes to while they're riding the dog and she's wearing Luffy's hat.
That is like the cutest panel. I love
It's
that.
adorable. And it's just like, oh, like we're going to the doctor. And she immediately starts like beating on Luffy for like lying and saying that Ace died. And it's like,
Yeah.
like Luffy's logic is like kind of dumb in this, and that's like, oh, everyone knows what happened during the Summit War. Clearly,
Yeah.
she doesn't. So
Yeah. It's because I it's been mentioned before, but like I don't remember if Luffy was like, no, Luffy was definitely there. I guess he's just being like dumb, or maybe he's trying to like avoid actually talking about it. Because I mean, Wano is closed off to like the entire world.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of if Luffy's just being dumb and doesn't remember, or he's like, yeah, like everyone knows this, so I don't have to talk about it. Please shut up. Please stop talking about Ace.
Either way, like poor O-Tama was just crying there, like, oh, he promised me, like, Ace, take me to sea with you. And it's like this flashback where he's like working on the straw hat that assumedly O-Tama taught him to make.
Yeah.
And just, oh man, it's this whole thing like that flashback is where she got the whole idea of like becoming a quote unquote bewitching girl ninja or something.
Yeah. I love this cuz like you can tell that she like an innocent, like, you know, like a child's like crush on somebody. Like she
Yeah.
likes Ace and she's like wants to go out to sea with him, and then he's like, "Oh, like you're still only 5 years old. Like we'll be back with a bigger crew. Will you?" And she's like, "Will you take me with you then?" And then he's like, "Pirates have to be strong, so if I come, like when I come back, if you're a bewitching girl ninja or something, I'll take you with me." And then Mihar in the back and all the other spade pirates are like, "She doesn't have to be bewitching, Ace." Like,
Yeah, like come on, Ace, that's a little creepy. Don't gotta be like a little like weird Nick Robinson over here or anything.
oh my god, yeah, don't be a Nick Robinson. No, but I like it. You could tell Ace is just being like,
Ace is shitting on her. Not shitting on her, fuck.
Ace is shitting on her. Ace is dunking on her.
Yeah, Ace is like, "Oh, you dumb bastard child." No, God. The flashback ends, and it comes back to O-Tama literally beating the shit out of Luffy,
Yeah.
and just like Luffy's like, "Oh, it doesn't hurt, but like, please stop." And like, she's going on about like, "Oh, like you don't know how nice Ace is, and like you don't understand, and like how could you say he's dead?"
Yeah,
And,
the line
like-
that gets me is like, "Oh, like, you don't understand how much what you said hurts, and it's like, O-Tama.
O-Tama, he knows, and like the whole scene like kind of concludes as they like leave the bamboo forest, and you see for the first time the shit that is Wano country,
The Mad Max desert.
Japanese Mad Max.
Yeah, you could see like all the industrialized, like the factories in the background with the little like Japanese gate. And Luffy's just like, wow, this place really has been messed up.
And then like a tiger like goes by, and then a boar, and like Luffy looks at the tiger and he's like, that's the, tarubba-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. And then like
Luffy's like, a tiger, a boar, and then a croco shark.
Like, thanks, Oda, for whatever that is.
a Zamtrio.
Oh, shit. It is a Zamtrios. Hell yeah. It's the like, desert Zamtrios. Monster Hunter's canon in One Piece. You heard it here first.
Yeah, no, I like Luffy, like, just pointing at it. He's like, why don't we just eat that thing? And then O-Tama's like, all the strong samurai that could catch that thing are either locked up or became bandits. And he's like, besides, the animals all drink the polluted water, so they're basically irradiated and poisonous to humans. They're fucking mutants.
I can't wait to find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Japan.
Oh my god,
give us that, Oda. He's probably a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's be real.
Do you remember when they met the Power Rangers in space? They could meet One Piece.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, do you remember, in parentheses, when, like, the One Piece gang met the Power Rangers in space? And I was like, what did I miss?
That is the whatever's beyond awakening of a devil fruit. That's what the final form of the deep cut no Mi is.
See, what happened was Enel went up, and those little robots that he met were actually Power Rangers.
Confirmed.
It fits in the universe. There's also 6 other moons where the Power Rangers could be on.
There's 6 other moons, dude. They could be on any one of them. No, I really like that. So the entire time, Hitetsu and O-Tama have been like, yeah, like Kaido's been fucking shit up. Our country is like, torn to shreds. And Luffy's like, yeah, all right, whatever. And then O-Tama's like, yeah, you can't eat those big animals because Kaido's factories ruined them all. And then Luffy's like, that is unforgivable. Where is his factory?
Essentially, like, those words, like, set Luffy on kill mode.
Yeah.
He's ready. Like, if food's on the line, he's good to go. And O-Tama just points him in a direction. It's like, those are the factories where they mine and weapons are made. And, like, Luffy doesn't ask anything about the factory or anything. He just asks, what do they eat? What does
he doesn't ask about defenses or anything.
Good old Luffy with his one-track mind. And she explains that, like, oh, they have their private plantations, clean water, rice, fish, meat, etc., etc., etc. And then, like, O-Tama basically just faints again.
Yeah, she, like, faints, and Luffy starts freaking out, like, oh god, like, holy shit, like, it's getting worse, I have to get to a doctor. And then, this next part was great, because we already had the Usopp moment in the other translation in the other chapter, where he saw the Tengu, and he's like, Usopp! No, you're not him.
It was the same exact thing, because the stop woman must be Sanji.
Yeah, it must be Sanji. And he's watching this unfold, and you can see this woman running from the other, I assume they're gifter. I don't know if they're gifters. I think they're just cronies. But they're just like trying to rob this woman of everything she has. They're like, oh, like leave everything on your person here. And he's like, oh, I bet that's Sanji. And he sees how they're like chasing her like with weapons. He's like, probably not. And then you see like a little dust cloud like running at them, and he's like, someone just ran in from the side.
Luffy's just shout casting this entire thing.
Yeah. Unnamed person running up from the side. Whoa, he beat him in a hurry.
I'm sorry, you don't have a Cockney like British accent. Can you like run that back again?
It's the announcer from Legend of Korra from the games or whatever.
Oh, that shit's good, yeah.
That's basically what Luffy's doing watching this unfold.
And whoever the woman is, like, we don't know. Like, even by the end of the chapter, we don't know. It's just like, I don't know who you might be, but thank you, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, the person that, like, helped her out is just like, yeah, sure, whatever. And, like, picks up some water off the dead guy. And is just like, oh, like, you see, it's like, oh, don't worry. I art after.
He's like trying to use the native dialect.
And it's like, oh, these guys saketh, and how shall I thank you with sakeeth? And it's like, I don't have any. And then he put, like, Luffy watching all of this puts two and two together for once in his life, and it's like, oh, that's Zoro.
Yeah, oh, Zoro, is that you? Because he hears the sake part.
And then, like, immediately, as Zoro's taking a swig, he's just like, oh, it's Luffy. And then he said, like, he pops off. He was, like, super happy and everything. You see him there with, like, the flask. And Luffy just essentially, sorry to bring up, like, 2007 terminology, but glomps him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's the only word that I could find that fits. So sue me.
Luffy does this to everyone when he hugs them. He did it to Sabo when he when he realized Sabo was alive in Dressrosa.
Oh,
he
it's
did the
true,
same
yeah.
exact hug. He like wrapped it around his head and he was like crying. But I like it. I like the genuine like joy in Zoro's face when he realizes it's Luffy. He's like, oh, like you're here, you made it.
They talk about, like, the crew for a second. It's like, oh, where's everyone else? And it's like, oh, not with me, but they're here and they're fine, probably.
Yeah.
And first thing, Luffy's like, oh, is that meat? Like, he doesn't even see it. He just smells it fucking clearly. And Zoro's dumbass is like, oh, there's fish and animals aplenty. Like, just hunt as much as you want, eat as much as you want. And
Luffy and Zoro in this panel, I'm so glad that they're back together because like Luffy's reaction like, nah, you gotta be careful around here, man, like the water's poisoned or something and it makes the fish and meat poisonous, that's what I heard. And Zoro's like, huh, so that's why my stomach's been hurting. Two fucking idiots.
like all the what, like, he doesn't say, like, makes the meat poison, like, the meat and fish. He says, makes this meat, as he points to the fucking, like, mutton chop he is chewing at. Mind you, this entire time, like, the woman's basically not in the scene anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if we're gonna see her at all, or, like, if she just ran off. Like, they don't really show her.
Yeah, we'll see next chapter. Like, it's just a small little detail, but
Yeah.
Zoro, after that, is just like, hey, like, this kid's passed out. Like, we shouldn't be chilling like this. And as they're talking, asshole Hawkins comes in, just like, oh, nationally wanted Ronin Zorojuro. Is that your crew member? And he, like, realizes it's Straw Hat Luffy.
Yeah, and he's just, like, basically reading off the report list, like, I was just on my way to Curry Beach. I take it you're the culprit of what happened there today, no? And then Zoro's like, yeah, I guess he joined under Kaido. And he's like, oh, like, 2 of my underlings and one Hee have vanished. There's a 98% chance that you all did this, but none of that matters. I just like that, like, the Kaido pirates, like, the beast pirates keep track of, like, every baboon that they like one Hee is missing.
Are they, like, all, like, labeled? Like, are they numbered, essentially? Like, was that, like, Hee like 1462 or something?
We must find Hee Prime.
Give us the Hee Prime, Oda. We know he's there.
Yeah, but I like the little, like, fucking, like, deer with rabies that Hawkins is on.
Dude, it's sick as fuck. Like, Wano's got some crazy ass animals.
Yeah, it's crazy so far. And this whole entire last panel, like, I hope they square off, but I also hope, I mean, I would like to think that Hawkins is gonna join their side against Kaido at some point.
Yeah.
Based off what he says, because like here in Wano, like you either join the strong or spend your time running, or spend your life running from them. And then we get like the greatest, one of my favorite like end chapter panels. It's so good.
Zoro like mentions to Luffy, here's what Kinemon said. Don't start any trouble. And Luffy's just like, okay, we're gonna have to apologize then.
I love it.
Luffy is ready to fucking unsheath
his gun.
His gun, yes.
Dude, yeah, Luffy, that's what got me. Like, Zoro already has freaking, like, Shusui just out. And he's straddling, I assume that's the Sandai Kotetsu?
That one's Sandai. Yeah, you're right. The hilt
looks
same.
exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Luffy freaking... I don't think he's ever used the sword. Maybe, like, once. And he's grabbing the Nidai Kitetsu as if he's a goddamn, like, sword master.
As if he knows shit from fuck.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait.
Oh, it's so good. I love the tag at the end, too. Like, after too long, a fight side by side. I'm like, yes. Like, it's been so long since we've seen both of them fight together. And I'm like, yes, shit. I want it.
It's gonna be buck wild. I love it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are on break next week, which I was like, wah, wah, but it's fine. It'll give us time to fucking digest, like,
what happened here.
Everything, yeah. It was a good chapter, though. It was really, really, like, information dense, I will say. We got a lot of stuff in this chapter.
It really was. It explained a lot about what's going on in Wano and, like, who's really at play in all of this.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that, like, you want to discuss about this chapter in specific?
Hold on, I'm looking at not so much this chapter, but I can't fucking see. I'm trying to look at O-Tama in the. Never mind. I went full on crack theory after last week's episode about O-Tama, like, being related to the Kozuki clan in some way.
Well, it wasn't, like, super far off, but
yeah, we haven't learned anything about her family. She still could be. I'm trying to look at her kimono if it's still patched up in the
shit
in the thing.
Okay.
And I think it is, because where I ended the theory on was that she's somehow related to the Kozuki clan, and freaking Hitetsu was her retainer, like her royal, like, bodyguard.
That would make sense. He's like a legendary blacksmith or, like, son of. But yeah. No, it's still, like, patched up in the same exact places. She is wearing a different kimono in the flashback.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But it's just like, oh man. I mean, I guess
it's a nice ass kimono in the flashback too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the design in the flashback one. It is not super far off from like, parts of it being real. I was just like, damn.
We've said dumber shit before.
Yeah, I wanted to put out a video on it because before this chapter I was sure, but then, like, I was like, oh man, like, I better wait, because if I put it out and then this chapter just completely debunks everything, like, I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Hey, we got it. We're breaking the news. It's
we're breaking the news. I mean, it still could happen. Because he says that he's waiting. Hitetsu makes reference that he's waiting for people. He's like, I am Hitetsu, a swordsmith. I've also been waiting for someone for a very long time. And it's like, I don't know who he's waiting for, you know? Like,
yeah, like,
because he could be waiting for Kinemon or Momonosuke to return.
It could be like the Kozuki's, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because that was my first thought, because he's like, I'm waiting for somebody. And it's like, well, if it was Ace, he would have said, like, you know, fuck you, why'd you tell me Ace was dead? Like,
for real, yeah. Man, okay, yeah. I still subscribe to all of that was said last week. Everything that we said last week, I still subscribe to it. That in some way she is related to the Kozuki clan. I'm not going to say, like, she is Momonosuke's brother or some shit. But they are heavily related, at least in a plot sense.
Yeah, I would say she's somehow related in some way, only because, like, I want to believe that. I want to believe that, and I want to believe, like, he's her retainer. But at the same time, it's like, if he was the retainer, he wouldn't just let Luffy, like, take her into the
That's
town.
true. I don't know,
So
man.
I don't know. It's just, I'm wondering who he's waiting for. It might be the code. Maybe, I mean, he's wearing the mask, but the mask isn't his face, so maybe he's like somebody else.
True. Maybe he's somebody else. Maybe he's waiting for like another swordsmith or like some shit
Maybe.
related to that. I don't know.
I have seen some theories where it's like, Zoro's gonna end up getting rid of, by the end of Wano, Zoro's gonna end up getting rid of Shusui somehow, because I mean, like, it would make sense, like, the sword was stolen from Wano, and then when
Yeah.
Zoro saves Wano with the sword in some, symbolic way, he might, like, give the sword back to, like,
In
Kinemon
exchange,
or one of them, yeah.
he gets Shotetsu or a fucking Kitetsu.
Dude, yeah, it would be two outcomes I see. It'd be sick if he gets all three of the Kotetsus, like Shodai, Nidai, and Sandai, if he has all three of them. Or, like, if he gets rid of Shusui, and what if Hitetsu or somebody else, like, make him a new sword?
Damn, a new named sword.
Dude, that would be pretty sick if Zoro gets a new, like, named sword just for
Game
him.
changer. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sick. Either one of those I can see happening. I definitely feel like he's gonna get for sure he's gonna hold on to Nidai Kotetsu, because I feel like that's just has to happen.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, one thing, I don't care what happens to Shisui. I don't care what happened. I just want Zoro to go into Asura mode again.
Yeah, God.
I want him to show us the Rinnegan.
Yeah, dude. There's so, like, I'm two ways with the eyeball thing with Zoro. On the one hand, I'm like, all right, it's fucking nothing. Like, it's not a power up. He either just keeps his eye closed, and then, like, when he opens it, it's gonna be like, oh, like, you push me far enough to where I have to use both eyes or some dumb shit like that. Or, like, the other thing I thought of recently was maybe in his training, like, the Sandai Kitetsu, like, took his eye. Like, maybe he just actually doesn't have that eye because Sandai Kitetsu, like, cut it.
That might be the case, because, like, it is a curse after all.
Yeah. Or, the complete opposite end. When he fucking opens his eye, he's gonna go, like, Mega Asura mode. Like, that's where he seals his demon power.
Dude, I'm down for that.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us this week, guys. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media. We are at ParameciaCast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast on Facebook and YouTube, parameciafancast.libsyn.com. Episodes go up every single week. Within a couple of hours of going up on Libsyn, they'll be up on YouTube. Hopefully, I might still actually make that video on this theory. I've been mulling it over, thinking about, like, making, like short form little videos just about, like, theories and random shit.
Hey, I mean, it gets us out there.
Yeah, and anything to fill up the portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably work on that one of these days. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us this week. We're on break next week, so we'll figure it out. We might have, like, a break week episode where we just talk about some random shit or something. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Actually, next week will be an episode with both of us in person together.
Live from Pines, dude.
Dude, we can do it.
We could do it, bro. I'm hella down to do it.
I'm hella down, but I probably would have to, like, as we learned last time, I'm not going to wake up at 10 a.m.
We'll figure it out. Anyways, here's the crack theory for the week.
In this chapter, Luffy asked Hitetsu for armor. That was Oda giving us foreshadowing. It's a Chekhov's gun. And so when he goes back to Hitetsu for the final fight against Kaido, he will gain a suit of armor. What suit of armor is that, you may ask? It's the Berserk armor from Berserk.
And they will fight Kaido under a solar eclipse.
Oh man.
Have a nice week, everybody.
Peace out.